Hello and welcome, Janet Beckers here with another episode of Wonderful Web TV, and today I'm going to take you behind the scenes. I have quite a few people who say, what sort of work environment do you have, what sort of computers, what do you do to run your day day to day, do you have to put a huge outlay of expense? So I thought I'd take you behind the scenes to where I work all day in my little office here. So you can just see how I've got things set up, and so you can see that you can run, a multiple six-figure business in just a little area without very fancy equipment. So let me show you the core parts about what I have. I'll start with the computer because I get quite a few questions about what sort of computer setup you should have. Now, the benefit, the real beauty of running a business that is designed to be a lifestyle business is that you should be able to pick up your business, put everything just into one briefcase and go anywhere. You shouldn't have to be tied to your desk. So for that reason I run all of my business through my laptop. But working on a laptop every day is not good for your fingers, and I just find that the screens aren't good enough for me. So what I do is I have set up what's called a docking station. So let me just run you through that. Just move this aside. You can see under here, this is my laptop. Now this laptop's a few years old, nothing flash, I probably should upgrade it, but it's doing the job, so hey. So that's just fine as it is. So I've got my laptop and it actually clicks into this little port here. This is called the docking station. Now the beauty with this is this here has got all the cords at the back that plug into electricity. There's another one that goes up and attaches into the back of this screen. There's other ones that go and I can attach a keyboard and a mouse. Anything else that I want to attach all goes into this docking station. So if I decide during the day, oh look, it's so beautiful and sunny outside, I'm going to go and work outside, I can just take the laptop off and off I go. I can just go and work outside. So that just clicks in there. Fix that later. Okay, so I have a keyboard, nothing fancy, just have that there, and I have a mouse. And then I have a screen here. I'm actually thinking of upgrading to having a double screen, very, very flash. But at the moment, I've had this for years, does the job. Why spend money on things that you could be spending it on having something that's going to be fun, a good holiday. So this, and I've just got a stand here because it's really important when you're working to make sure that you're not putting your neck down or your neck up. You want it going straight. So I use this little stand here to make sure that my screen is actually going to be at the right level for my neck. And my chair, I've made sure that my chair is going to be the same height as well. So really important, even if you're working from home, attach it, approach it as if you had an occupational health and safety inspector coming over. Make sure that you're looking after your health because you'll spend a bit of time here. So that's my setup computer-wise, not very fancy at all. So I'll just show a few of the other things that I use. Attached to my computer, I have some headphones. Now these I use because I record a lot of products using Camtasia. And so I use this just simple microphone. Sure, I could have something flasher, but I'm just into keeping it easy. I can take these when I go travelling. They're so light. And I also use them for talking on Skype. So I just have those. And the only other ones that I use is this. Whenever I'm recording any of my, whenever I'm interviewing people, or if I'm running mastermind groups, or if I'm doing coaching calls, I like to walk all around my house. If I'm thinking on my feet, I like to use this. So I don't like to get tied to the computer using these cords. Before you say, Janet, you can get wireless ones, I tried those and it kept on dropping out all the time. So it must be something to do with our setup. So I like to use this and just call in. And so I just have a simple headphone and speakers, put those on, and they plug in to the side of my telephone. Now I went with a girlfriend recently because she was saying, I cannot work out where it plugs in, Janet, can you come with me? And so I said, we went looking for the phones, and the new ones of this brand, Uniden anyway, don't have that little hole. Very infuriating. So have a look around. You probably have to search around now to be able to find ones where you've got the hole at the bottom on the side where you can put your headphone in. That's the beauty of never throwing anything out. So That's the other piece of electronic equipment I use, and of course when I'm travelling I don't worry about using this, I just do things via Skype. Now what else can I show you that I've got here? My diary, I have an A4 diary, which is a day to a page, and if you have a look back through here, you know, I've got writing on every day. I'm always taking notes. Now the reason for this, I don't use this for organising myself. I use Google Calendar for that. But when it comes to me taking notes during the day, I always write my to-dos here, and I make sure I've just got about only 3 or 4 to-dos that are on the top of my page. I haven't done it yet for today. And then anything that I learn during the day, any meetings that I have, any special notes that I want to take, I put them all on that particular day. So quite often when I'm trying to remember a conversation I had with somebody and that I learnt something good, or I listened to a teleseminar and I took down some notes, it's often easier to remember when you did it because I can refer back to my calendar. So I'll just go back to there and I'll find those notes. So for me this works because I like to write. I like to have something physical. So I use that, really the only paper thing that I use. What else can I show you? I always have something beautiful to look at. You know, this is where I'm working, so I look outside of the bush where I love, and then I love to have some bright flowers around me. Now, what else do I have around here to keep me motivated during my day? I keep this award here that I've won, which is Australian Marketer of the Year. One, because as the light comes in through the window, it acts like a crystal, so I often get beautiful rainbows that go over my keyboard. And, you know, it's just to remind me that, you know, you can be sitting in a little office like this and you can still win national awards. So I have that. I also have here my celebration box. I won't go into a lot of detail on this because I have another video that I'll link down to below that tells you, what works with the celebration box. But this is to remind myself that I celebrate, and it's there very, very handy. And the other things that I have is, if you have a look up here on the walls, I keep just that I can see all of the time. These are my major goals, my dream board, I suppose. Well, it's actually my goals that I'm wanting to achieve this year. And I do that at the very beginning of the year. So I have that there, very, very simple. I also have, occasionally I'll have something that motivates me. There was a blog post that I read recently that I really quite like from Seth Godin, so I just pasted that. That'll probably just stay there for a while till that thought sinks in. I also have my why that I've written here, that just, why am I actually working? Why am I doing this? So just every now and then, if you're finding that you're slumping in your motivation or your energy, I'll look over there and I'll go, oh, that's why. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for that fantastic holiday to wherever. And I also, you can see I have a really big planner here. I'm very visual, so even though I can do everything, all of the information on there is actually on my computer, but I really like to have a great visual. So there's not a lot of detail on there, but it's got my main holidays, it's got major marketing things that are coming up. So I just have that there. And then, other little things that I just keep around me. Calculator. You're in business. I have this here to remind myself all the time. I am working out conversion rates, working out profit. So I keep that there all the time. And just little things that I need to remind myself every now and then. This is how I approach my business, with excitement, enthusiasm for success. This is just something that I use to remind myself. Pay yourself first. Make sure that, remember why you're working. And I've got another video on that I can share with you as well. So, it varies, but these are the main things that I keep around. So, really it's nothing flash, nothing complicated. Normally there is also a dog at my feet. And this is where, it's all run. This is Wonderful Web HQ. So I'd love to hear about your setup that you have in your office. Any questions that you've got on the way that I do things here. Just lay them down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to hearing what kind of comments you've got, and I'll come and join the conversation as well. Bye.